Alaska has had a huge magnitude 7.8 earthquake and a lot of very strong aftershocks that came out today. Sirens have started wailing as tsunami warnings were issued after this magnitude 7.8 earthquake. Alaska rocked around Perryville, a very shallow 3-mile depth, magnitude 7.8 earthquake, sparking tsunami warnings in the region. Video footage on social media. You can hear the sirens on areas. They're in areas of coastal, seashore. Residents were warned to get to higher ground, and the Alaska Earthquake Center stated that reports have been coming in from Alaskan and Kenya Peninsula up to Anchorage regarding the natural disaster of this massive earthquake, and of course a lot out of nowhere, and a lot of aftershocks in this past hour as well. Now, this has also sparked an earthquake of 5.7 just north of, let me see the map again, north of Vancouver Island. So we have to be very careful of the west coast, the Cascadia, 5.4 magnitude off Vancouver, Canada, and of course we have to be careful in Portland, California as well, all the west coast, because the last time we had a major earthquake off Vancouver, it did 13 hours later last year, for example, it struck in Ridgecrest with a 6.4. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see magnitude 5 or 5.5 striking around Ridgecrest along the Walker Lane fault system, because the pressure around the larger earthquakes of Vancouver later on, I've noticed, strike along Walker Lane fault system as well. But right now we're focusing on what's happening in Alaska, which is on the Ring of Fire. The U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center has so far issued several warnings following the earthquake in Alaska, the big one, 7.8 today. The earthquake reportedly had a depth of 6 miles, not 3 miles, sorry, centered around 60 miles southeast of Perryville, Alaska. A local high school on Kodiak Island provided shelter for about 300 to 400 people, all wearing masks because, as we know, we still have COVID social distancing. Now we know that the Ring of Fire hosts about 90% of the world's earthquakes and 75% of the volcanic activity. So we're not surprised about that. Now, the warning said hazardous waves are possible along coast within 300 kilometers of the epicenter, and it said persons caught in the water of a tsunami may drown, be crushed by debris in the water, or be swept out to sea. And it read, based on the preliminary earthquake parameters, hazardous tsunami waves are possible for coasts located within 300 kilometers of the earthquake epicenter. The National Weather Service tweeted impacts to the California coast are still being evaluated by the Tsunami Warning Center. It's not yet known if the earthquake has caused any injuries or damage, and it landed, as we know, on the Ring of Fire on the northern area off Alaska along the Aleutian Islands. We'll keep an eye out on this to see what's happening next. And this is from Express UK, and I'll leave a link below for you on Seismo Berkeley, and you can read what's happening there as well. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.